Hey guys, my name's Kirsty and today I am here with my May wrap up for you. So I'm sorry that this video is a little bit late, but I can't get into my house at the minute and everything's chaotic and builders are here and just... So that was a pretty face. So the first book I read this month was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I was expecting a bit more from this book, I'm not going to lie. It was so hyped up and I was a bit disappointed with it, but it was still really fun and I read it like really quickly. But I don't know, something was missing for me and I'm not sure what it was, but it was still a good book. It just let me down a little bit, just a little bit. The second book I read was The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, and this was such a good book. Like, I know this is a trilogy, I think, but I'd never even heard of it. Like, I'd never heard of it, and then I think it was Megan Olivier. I saw her like talk about it, and I thought, oh, it's okay. So I read it, and it was one of my favourite books, and I love it, and I can't wait for Never Fade. It's already out, but I just don't have it yet, so can't wait for that. And yes, it was very good, and I think I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads actually. 5 or 4.5, I'm not too sure, but it was very good. I then read Talented by Sophie Davis, and I was pleasantly surprised at this book. I mean, I wasn't expecting much, but it really shocked me at how much I got into it and how quickly I read it. I think I read it in a day. Obviously we were like doing other stuff as well, but when I was reading I just constantly read it and I couldn't put it down. I just wanted to pick it back up. And I think I gave this 5 actually. I'm pretty sure I gave this 5 out of stars. 5 out of stars, what? I think I'm pretty sure I gave this 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and it was just, I don't know, it was so gripping. That's the word I want, gripping. So then the next 3 books I read were the Hex Hall series by Rachel Hawkins, and I'd only heard a few things about these books. I wasn't going into it with really high expectations, but I heard they were good. So I went into it and I read the first one and I was like, whoa, I was like, I need to read the second one now. And then I read the second one and I was like, whoa, I need to read the third one now. So I just read the entire series and marathoned it, and it was one of the best series I've ever read, honestly. They're really small reads, but they're so interesting and they're so good, and I just really enjoyed them, and I am excited to pick up the kind of companion novel, kind of like it's called Spiritbound, I think. It's based on one of the characters in the Hex Hall series, so I'm excited to pick that up, and I will be reading it very soon. The next book I read was sent to me by the authors, and that is Branded by, give me a minute, Abby Kettner and Melissa Kalasiki. I don't think I said her name right, but it's like the best dystopia book I have read in a very, very long time. It's amazing and glorious, and I just realised I have not been given like summaries for any of these books, so I'll just link the Goodreads summary in the bottom bar. But it's such a good book, and I wasn't expecting it at all. The main character Lexi is just hardcore, like she's ace, and I love her. So yes, brilliant book, and thank you for sending me this book. The next book I read was Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and I've actually not read the Percy Jackson series, which I know is like a crime in the booktube community, but I never even knew it was a book. I saw the film, but I never knew it was a book, and I'm kind of disappointed that I saw the film first, because the book was a lot better, I think. The film was really good, but the book was very good. So I am going to be continuing with this series, and oh, it's by Rick Riordan, I don't think I said, but I'm going to be continuing the series because I did enjoy it very much. So there we go, and I think I gave 4.5. I'm not sure. I'll put in the down bar all the things I gave it, because off the top of my head I don't even remember, to be honest with you. So the last book I read in May was The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and this is a reread. I've already read it before, but I thought since the film's coming out next week, maybe sometime soon, I thought I should reread it and refresh my memory. And I have to say though, the second time I read it, I didn't like it as much as the first. I think it's just because I knew what happened, and I was like waiting for it to happen, and I did really enjoy it still. Like I still cried and stuff, but I just didn't enjoy it as much as the first time. But I still got through the whole book and read it and gave it 4.5, something like that. So yeah. So I read a total. Oh no, I got more books. Hang on. Okay, the next book I read was Skullduggery Pleasant by Derek Landy. This is I don't know how to describe this. It's like a crime mystery fantasy book. It's basically about a skeleton detective and his little sidekicks, I suppose, and they go around solving crimes, but it's all like fantasy crimes, and there's wizards and sorcerers and such like, and it's very good. And I've not heard a lot of people talk about this on BookTube, but it is a really good book and I really enjoy it, and I am going to reread the whole series because I've already read these, so I'd recommend this to anyone. Finally, in June, I picked up the second in the Skullduggery Pleasant series. This does come with a dust jacket, but I've just lost it, and I don't have a clue how I've lost it, but there we go. So the second book is just as good. Obviously I can't tell you what it's about because that'll ruin it, but it's very good and I enjoyed it very much. So thank you for watching my May wrap up. Forgot even what video I was filming. My May wrap up, and I will see you guys soon.